You're watching Wanted with me, Jonathan. The convicts in Nirbhaya's case will be hanged on the 1st of February. But the case has helped a lot of rape victims get justice. In our story from Chikkamagaluru, 2 rape convicts have been given the death penalty. Take a look at the story to know more. She was just 18 years old when she was murdered by 2 men. But she was not murdered out of spite or love gone wrong. She was gang raped before she was killed and thrown into a well. Look at this man. This is her father, Tyagaraj. He has been fighting for her justice for almost 4 years. Yes, it has been almost 4 years since the girl got kidnapped, raped and killed on 16th February 2016. But why are we telling you the story now? Well, that is because the Chikkamagaluru Sessions Court has pronounced a death penalty for the convicts in the case. Look at these 2 men being taken by the police. They are Pradeep and Santosh. Look at them trying to cover their faces. They do not want their identity to be revealed. But we will show you their faces. These are the convicts in the rape and murder case. For the purpose of the story, we will call the victim Priya. Priya was a resident of Aleni village in Chikkamagaluru. She was Tyagaraj's only daughter. As you would assume, she was extremely protected and well cared for. Priya had never stepped out of the house by herself. Her father always escorted her to college and back. He knew the area they lived in was not safe for women to travel alone. Priya was a good student. She studied hard, did well in her exams and was close to her family. But she had never ventured out alone and she wanted that adventurous life. She was probably too young to understand why her father was so protective of her. On 16 February 2016, Priya had her exams. Her father had dropped her off at the college as usual. He was supposed to pick her up at 1:30 p.m. and bring her back home. But Priya had finished her exam early that day. She did not have a phone to call her father and ask him to come home early. She had another exam the following day. She thought if she were to walk home, she could reach a little early and start studying for the next exam. But little did she know what awaited her. Priya's house was less than a 10-minute walk from college. What could happen on the way? She must have thought. She decided to walk through the forest so she could reach home early. She neither told her friends nor her father that she would be walking home. She reached the walkway through the forest. That is when 2 men noticed her and started following her. Priya did not realize that she was being followed. She was walking at her own pace, but the men had already planned to ambush her. One of them waylaid her from the front, while the other lifted her up from the back. Priya realized and she was in trouble. She tried to call out for help, but there was no one around to help her. Now she realized why her father had been so adamant about dropping and picking her up. But it was too late for Priya. The men showed her no mercy. They carried her to an isolated spot. Priya could scream all she wanted, but no one was going to hear her. No one was going to come to her rescue. She was at the mercy of these 2 men. Now Priya begged the 2 men to let go of her, but they started ripping her clothes off. She cried, she begged, but the men did not stop until they had raped her. Yes, the 2 of them ganged up and took turns to rape her. They had reportedly raped her till the innocent 18-year-old girl was exhausted to speak. Priya thought that the monstrosity and the ordeal had ended. But then, the men started discussing where they should kill her. Priya had no energy to get into a fight or flight mode. She begged for mercy. She pleaded with them not to kill her, but these 2 men had no mercy for her. They just wanted to rape her and then kill her so the case would never come back to haunt them. The men picked up Priya's toll and choked her to death. They even ensured she was dead. Yes, this girl went through so much torture before her death. The killers did not just leave the body there. They found a well and dumped the body inside. By 1:30 p.m. they had raped, killed and disposed of her body. Meanwhile, Tyagaraj arrived at the college gate to pick up Priya. He was surprised to find that Priya had not come out of the college. He wondered if she was taking extra time to finish her papers. He waited at the gate, not suspecting a thing. By 2:30 p.m., he got anxious when everyone in the college had left. He asked some of the staffers at the college if they had seen Priya, but they all told her that they had not seen her. Tyagaraj went to the teacher and inquired. The teacher told Tyagaraj that she must have left for home. Tyagaraj made a phone call and asked if Priya had come home walking, but the family did not know anything about her whereabouts. Tyagaraj panicked. He went around desperately asking people if they had seen his daughter. Imagine the plight of this old man. He looked for teenage daughter for hours. He realized that she must have gone through the forest walkway to reach home early. He called some of his friends and helped him look for Priya, but it was of no use. She wasn't to be found anywhere. It was getting dark, so Tyagaraj decided to inform the cops and seek their help. The cops helped Tyagaraj and sent a team to look for the girl. At around 7 p.m., the body was found at the well. Tyagaraj was shocked to see that his daughter had been killed. The cops got help and pulled out the body from the well. Tyagaraj wanted to hold his daughter's cold body, but she was a murder victim at a crime scene. The cops stopped him. The cops realized the pain the father must have been going through, but they knew if the father had to get justice for what had happened to the girl, they had to stop him from contaminating the evidence. By then, scores of people had gathered around Priya's body. The cops realized that this case was going to snowball for obvious reasons. They sent the body for an autopsy after registering a written complaint filed by Tyagaraj. The autopsy reports gave Tyagaraj a shock he had never expected. Not only had his daughter been killed, but she had been raped several times. Tyagaraj was heartbroken, knowing that his only daughter went through so much torture before being killed. He made it a point that he wouldn't rest until he got justice for his daughter's rape and murder. He went to the cops and told them that he would help them with the investigations. The cops did not know how to explain to the man that he had to let them do their job. Tyagaraj was emotional, and he could have been a liability to his daughter's case. It was the then Inspector Sudhir Hegde who convinced Tyagaraj that the cops had to do their job and that he had to wait for them to investigate. The case was headed by Inspector Sudhir Hegde. Around 24 hours after the post-mortem reports were out, the cops had arrested Pradeep and Santosh. Yes, in 24 hours, the cops had brought all the eyewitnesses to the police station and found that the killers were Santosh and Pradeep. They had found Pradeep first and arrested him. Santosh had found out that Pradeep was caught, so he tried to commit suicide. But the cops ensured they saved his life only so that he could face trial. The law took its course and advocate V.G. Yelagiri was appointed the public prosecutor to handle Priya's case. The Chikkamagaluru Sessions Court observed all the evidence and studied the case for almost 4 years before pronouncing the accused guilty on the 3rd of January. This was a major win for Priya's family. The biggest win they could have hoped for came on the 20th of Jan when the judge pronounced the quantum of punishment. Convicts to be hanged. Yes, the Sessions Court studied the Nirbhaya case and cited similarities between the two cases and ordered that the accused be hanged by the neck until death. These were the scenes witnessed outside the court after the judgment was passed. Just look at these men being taken away by the cops. Santosh and Pradeep are crying after hearing the quantum of punishment handed to them. Just look at Tyagaraj. He hasn't slept a single night since the incident, but he says he may finally get some sleep now.
ತೃಪ್ತಿತಂದಿದೆ ಮತ್ತು ಸಂತೋಷವಾಗಿದೆ. ಇದು ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು, ಮುಂದೆ ಕೂಡ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯ ಈ ತೀರ್ಪು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನನ್ನ ಭಾವನೆ. ಸರ್, ನಾನು ಅವತ್ತಿಂದ ಇವತ್ತಿನವರೆಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಪೂರ್ತಿಯಾಗಿ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ, ಇವತ್ತಿನ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದೆ. ನಿರ್ಭಯ ಕೇಸ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ನನಗೆ ಅನಿಸ್ತಿತ್ತು ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಕೇಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಹೀಗೆ ಆಗ್ಬೋದೇನಂತೇಳಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಪಿ ಸಾಹೇಬರು ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ತನಿಖಾಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳ ಸುಧೀರ್ ಹೆಗಡೆಯವರ ಒಂದು ಸಹಕಾರದಿಂದ, ಪೂರ್ಣ ಸಹಕಾರದಿಂದ ಈ ಹಂತಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದು ತಲುಪಿದೆ. ಇದು ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು, ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಕೊನೆಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಇದು ಕೋರ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಾಯಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಆದರೆ ಕೋರ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊತ್ತು ಸಮಯ ತಗೊಂಡಿತ್ತು. ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ದಿವಸನೂ ಕೂಡ ಅದು ದೀರ್ಘಾವಧಿಯನ್ನೇ ನಾಡಿದ್ದು ಫೆಬ್ರವರಿಗೆ 16ಕ್ಕೆ 4 ವರ್ಷ ಆಗ್ತದೆ.
The girl's family is overjoyed by the decision, but the verdict has also brought back memories of the girl. After 4 years, the family is still coming to terms with the fact that they will never see Priya ever again.
ಸಣ್ಣ ಮಗನ ಆ ಥರ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಲೆ ಮಾಡಿರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನಮಗೆ ಈಗಲೂ ದುಃಖ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿದೆ, ಮಾತಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂಥ ಹುಡುಗಿನದು ಕೊಲೆ ಮಾಡಿರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಮೈಕೋರು ಮರಣದಂಡ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿದೆ. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಖುಷಿ ಈಗ ನಮಗೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಷ್ಟು ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿ ಓಡಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಂಥ ಹುಡುಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಒಂದು ಅಚ್ಚುಮೆಚ್ಚಿನಾಗಿ ಇದ್ದವಳು. ಅಂಥವಳಿಗಿಂತ ಇದಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದು. ನೆನಪು ದಿನವೂ ಕಾಡುತ್ತದು ಆ ಥರ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ.
This is the advocate that represented Priya's family and ensured justice was served.
ಈಗ 2016ನೇ ಇಸ್ವಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಶೃಂಗೇರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಜನತೆಯು ಬೆಚ್ಚಿ ಬೀಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಘಟನೆ ಜರುಗಿತ್ತು. ದಿನಾಂಕ 16/2/2016 ಈ ತ್ಯಾಗರಾಜ್ ಭಟ್ರು ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಮಗಳು ಕಾಲೇಜ್ 18 ವರ್ಷದ ಯುವತಿ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ಲು. ಕಾಲೇಜಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಜಮೀನಿನ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತು ಕಾಡಿನ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕಾಲ್ದಾರಿ ಇದೆ. ಪ್ರತಿ ದಿವಸ ಅವ್ರ ತಂದೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ಆದರೆ ಅವತ್ತಿನ ದಿವಸ ಅವ್ರ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬೇಗ ಮುಗಿದಿದ್ದರಿಂದ 12ವರೆಗೆ ಅವಳು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಮುಗಿದಿದ್ದರಿಂದ ಕಾಲ್ದಾರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬರೋಣಂತ ಕಾಲ್ದಾರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾಯಿದ್ಲು. ಆ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಪ್ರದೀಪ ಮತ್ತು ಸಂತೋಷ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಈ ಪ್ರಕರಣದ ಅಪರಾಧಿಗಳು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಅವಳು ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಯ್ಕೊಂತ ಇದ್ದು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದು, ಅವಳು ಬಂದು ಆ ಜಮೀನಿನ ಹತ್ರ ಬರೋ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲೇ ಕಾಡಿನ ಸಮೀಪ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅವಳನ್ನು ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಕಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಅವಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಮಾನುಷವಾದ ಅತ್ಯಾಚಾರವನ್ನು ಎಸಗಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ಅವಳ ಕುತ್ತಿಗೆಯನ್ನು ಹಿಚ್ಚಿ ಅವಳ ಉಸಿರು ಕಟ್ಟಿಸಿ ಅವಳನ್ನು ಕೊಲೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಶವವನ್ನು ಅಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೂ ನಿಲ್ಸನೆ ಆ ಶವವನ್ನು ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಸಮೀಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 50-60 ಅಡಿ ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪಾಳಬಾವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಗೆದು ಪರಾರಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದರು.
No one knows the details of the case better than Yelagiri. He had studied every second of what had transpired on the dreadful day to ensure he could get the accused convicted, and he was successful thanks to his diligence.
ಈ ತ್ಯಾಗರಾಜ ಭಟ್ರು ಮಗಳು ಸಿಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹುಡುಕಿದ್ರು. ಊರಿನ ಜನರನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿದರು, ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಚಾರ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಡೀ ಊರು ಸಣ್ಣ ಗ್ರಾಮ ಅದು, ಶೃಂಗೇರಿ ಹತ್ರ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮೆಣಸೆ ಹತ್ರ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅಕ್ಸಾಲ್ ಕೂಡಿಗೆ ಅಂತ ಗ್ರಾಮ. ಆ ಗ್ರಾಮದಿಂದ ಮೆಣಸೆ ಗ್ರಾಮದ ಜನರು ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಹುಡುಕ್ತಾ ಇರುವಾಗ ಸಂಜೆ ಪೊಲೀಸರಿಗೆ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ಪೊಲೀಸರು ಬಂದು ಹುಡುಕ್ತಾ ಇರುವಾಗ ಸಂಜೆ 7 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಆ ಪಾಳಬಾವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಬಾಲಕಿಯ ಶವ ಸಿಕ್ತು, 18 ವರ್ಷದ ಯುವತಿಯ ಶವ ಸಿಕ್ತು. ಆ ಶವವನ್ನು ಅಗ್ನಿಶಾಮಕ ದಳದ ಸಹಾಯದಿಂದ ಎತ್ತಿ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಳನ್ನು ಕೊಲೆ ತೀರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿದ್ಲು. ಅವಳು ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರ ತಂದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಫಿರ್ಯಾದಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ಆ ಫಿರ್ಯಾದಿ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಶೃಂಗೇರಿ ಪೊಲೀಸರು ಈ ಪ್ರಕರಣದ ತನಿಖಾಧಿಕಾರಿಯಾದ ಸುಧೀರ್ ಹೆಗಡೆಯವರು ಈ ಪ್ರಕರಣವನ್ನು ತನಿಖೆಯನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿದರು.
It wasn't just the advocate and the family that ensured Priya got justice. The cops had done a wonderful job in cracking the case and collecting all the evidence to ensure that there were no loopholes the defense counsel could use to help the convicts get away.
ಪೊಲೀಸರು ಈ ಪ್ರಕರಣವನ್ನು ಜೀರೋದಿಂದ ತನಿಖೆಯನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಪ್ರಕರಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಪೊಲೀಸರು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಉತ್ತಮವಾದ ತನಿಖೆಯನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ ತನಿಖೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಆ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ 1 ಗಂಟೆಯಿಂದ 2 ಗಂಟೆವರೆಗೆ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಘಟನೆ. ಆ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಆರೋಪಿತರು ಆ ಸ್ಥಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು, ಶವ ದೊರೆತ ಸ್ಥಳದ ಸಮೀಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದದ್ದನ್ನು ಗಮನಿಸಿದ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಪೊಲೀಸರು ಮುಂದೆ ತಿಳಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
Just look at these two men. They had kidnapped, gang raped and murdered Priya. That would have added up to at least 25 years of prison time, even if the court had not pronounced the death penalty. But after looking at the similarities between the Nirbhaya case and this one, the judge went on to pronounce a death penalty.
ಇವತ್ತಿನ ದಿವಸ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯ ಆ ಮೃತಳ ಆತ್ಮಕ್ಕೆ ಶಾಂತಿ ಸಿಗುವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಮೃತಳ ಕುಟುಂಬಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಂತ್ವನ ಸಿಗುವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಥ ಬರ್ಬರವಾದ ಕೃತ್ಯವನ್ನು ಎಸಗಿದಂಥ ಆರೋಪಿತರಿಗೆ ಮರಣದಂಡನೆಯನ್ನು ವಿಧಿಸಿದೆ. ಅವರು ಕೊಲೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಆರೋಪಿತರು ತಪ್ಪಿತಸ್ಥರಾಗಿದ್ದರಿಂದ ಇಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಮರಣದಂಡನೆಯನ್ನು ವಿಧಿಸಿದೆ. ಹಾಗೂ ಅವರು ಸಾಮೂಹಿಕ ಅತ್ಯಾಚಾರ ಎಸಗಿದ್ದರಿಂದ 25 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಠಿಣ ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಹಾಗೂ 25,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ದಂಡವನ್ನು ವಿಧಿಸಿದೆ.
While this is a big win for the family and the public prosecutor, the convicts will have a chance to appeal to the High Court and present their case again. Here are the legalities of the case.
ಈ ಯಾವುದೇ ಮರಣದಂಡನೆ ಸೆಷನ್ಸ್ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯ ಯಾವುದೇ ಮರಣದಂಡನೆಯನ್ನು ವಿಧಿಸಿದ ನಂತರ ಕಾನೂನಿನಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಅಂಶಗಳ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಉಚ್ಚ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯದ ಕನ್ಫರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಸಮ್ಮತಿಯನ್ನು ಪಡೆಯಬೇಕು. ಆ ಸಮ್ಮತಿಯನ್ನು ಪಡೆಯುವ ಉದ್ದೇಶದಿಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣವೇ ಈ ಪೂರ್ಣ ಎಲ್ಲ ದಾಖಲಾತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಕಡತಗಳನ್ನು ಉಚ್ಚ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯಕ್ಕೆ ಕಳಿಸಿಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಕನ್ಫರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕನ್ಫರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಕನ್ಫರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಮರಣದಂಡನೆ ಜಾರಿಯಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮೇಲ್ಮನವಿ ಹೋಗಲು ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಇದೆ.
While the family was happy with the judgment, they were still concerned that the convicts may be acquitted by the High Court. But public prosecutor V.G. Yelagiri has reportedly convinced the family that the convicts will only be able to delay but not escape the judgment. While the whole nation awaits the hanging of Nirbhaya's convicts, this case is another victory for rape and murder victims. Prashant, News 9, Chikkamagaluru.